the second half.
The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Avdia out there with Jeremy Grant. And it's Ayton in at the 7. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. Sharp, the pass to Henderson. Pocket 6. Ayton, the screen. Henderson, no good.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
The Wizard, good.
Not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
Bounce pass, Avdia. Now here's Ayton. D right on him. Henderson outside. Ayton sets the pick for Henderson. Looking to get back on track here. And the Professor pulls it down. The Professor's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Takes it inside.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Pass to Avdia. 90 seconds now into the second half. It's blocked.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Here's the Professor. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, and when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Pass to Ayton. Henderson outside. Shot to stop the run. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Yeah, they get one to fall. Now 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime, and that one is good.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
For Portland, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard. That's his 5th foul.
Look, he's got to play smart now. One more foul and he's gone.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Avdia. Just 4 to shoot. Rejected.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for the Wizard. He's averaging 53 points, 16 assists, and over 2.5 steals. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, look, he is truly the kind of player you build everything around. Your plays, your lineups, it's all about setting this guy up for success.
Grant outside. Back to Henderson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. So Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different and in so many ways. The players have gotten better. Bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, Henderson has a lot of talent. He's a dynamic guard who plays with a real swagger and energy.
Here's the Wizard driving inside.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
The Trailblazers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Grant outside. Ayton sets the pick for Grant. Back to Ayton. Sharp on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Grant. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. The Professors got rebound number 13 with that last one.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Grant outside. Over in the corner, Avdia. Pass to Sharp. Henderson outside. And here is Grant. Edwards defending. To the paint. Here's Ayton. It's tipped. Here's the Wizard. And he has 28 points for the game. Here's the kid. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Avdia. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
4th personal foul. 3rd.
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
Well, the mid-range has been open for them, so you've got to take what the defense gives, and that's been a great attack in this situation.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
First one falls for him. You know, Stan, the Blazers started the rebuild process with the big Dame Lillard trade to Milwaukee.
Kevin, it takes guts for a GM to make a move like that, and it didn't go well early on. But they've got to trust the process and stick with the plan that they made.
Second free throw, no good. Something we're used to seeing here in the NBA, Coach. Retired players being critical of the younger generation. What's your assessment?
I think it's unfortunate, Kevin. I really do. I think the approach should more be from the retired players. They should have an appreciation of what they built and really enjoy the accomplishments of the current players. And then on the other hand, the current players need to look back and respect the foundation that those former players built for them.
Clock at 2 for 3. Henderson. Rebound, Minnesota.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Here's the kid. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And what a fantastic start here to the second half. They have yet to miss.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Henderson outside. Ayton, the pass to Sharp. 6 to shoot. Ayton sets the pick for Grant. And the professor pulls it down. The professor's got rebound number 15 here tonight.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
34.
And here are the Trailblazers now. Henderson outside. Ayton sets the pick for Henderson. Pass to Grant. Ayton with it. Looking to end the run. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Kamar is checked in. And it's Simons in for Scoot Henderson. Minnesota's gotten the 3 ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
Pass to Sharp. Back to Simons. Here's Sharp. Five to shoot. And here is Grant. Launches it. The Wizard with the rebound.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks. Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Now, here's Simon. He is averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. Pass to Grant. Five on the clock. Now, here's Simons. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Minnesota.
Let's take a brief moment to look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's feistiest defensive teams. The Timberwolves, number 1.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
Williams, he's checked in for Portland. Now the Timberwolves with it. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points, driving to the basket.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Pass to Ayton. Outside, Simons. Portland moving the ball around. Inside, stolen away. Here's the professor, and the professor picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for the Trailblazers.
Number 4.
Portland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. Simons with the ball. To the middle. Ayton kicks to Thibault. Outside, Simons. To end the drought. That one, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And despite his young age, Coach... Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Williams sets a screen for Simon. Knocks it loose. Here's the kid. He's got 32. Driving in, and he dunks it down.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Simons surveying the D. Rebound by the kid. The kid's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And that one is hammered home.
I tell you what, you've got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man from attacking.
And Greg, even then, he might just go over it. Check out the elevation he gets here. My goodness.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. 1:36 left to play in the third. Here's Kamare. He has yet to score. Ayton, the pass to Simons. He doesn't hit that one. Minnesota's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range.
Putting on a clinic this quarter. I mean, what a tremendous outburst scoring-wise.
1:09 left in the third. Pass to Thibault. Back to Simons. Shot clock at 6. And another turnover here by Portland.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
So for the Trailblazers, Klingon comes in for DeAndre Ayton. And Walker subbed in for Matisse Thybulle. Here's the Wizard. He's got 36. Fires the 3. Connects from three-point range. The Wizards got a pair of threes now here in the third for Minnesota. Portland's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Outside, Simons. Driving the lane. Misses in close.
This has not been his quarter so far. He needs to find a way to get going here.
Hits the three-point bomb. The Wizards got 42 in the game.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Outside, Simons. There's the drive. That one's off, still out of sync. And so it's Minnesota able to put on a show for the ages. Their defense has been active and effective. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So on the floor for Minnesota, the professor out there with the kid. Then it's the Wizard. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the small forward position. Here's Simons. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Here's the Wizard, covered by Simons. And another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Pass to Walker. Outside, Simons. 11 feet away. And the professor pulls it down. The professor's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Drives to the hoop.
Oh, why, thank you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Outside, Simons. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan.
At the line for your
Do you miss it?
Anthony Simons.
Do I miss the paychecks?
Yeah.
Payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about
but
now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
Ouch. Unbelievable jam from a player who's given us more than his share of great ones in his time.
You're right, Greg. Defense was nothing but an afterthought on that drive to the hoop.
Well, if you give up that lane that easily, you got to expect he's going to attack the rim with some force.
That one drops for him. 40 points for the kid.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And the professor picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Second team foul.
Outside, Williams. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Pass to Simons. Just 5 to shoot. 9 feet out, and it's blocked.
The wheels have completely come off for him here in the second half.
Out of the rafters, he punched it in.
Are you kidding me?
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Stripped away. The kid gets the bucket. The kid's got 42 in the game.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
Pass to Klingon. Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pros?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster, so all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
Williams can't hit. Minnesota with the ball. What a stretch they've got going here. 17-2.
Well, it seems like he's making everything. Nothing makes a coach happier than seeing your offense click.
The Trailblazers have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Here's the screen. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Love the fearlessness from Simons inside, showing he's not afraid of contact.
And Portland making a change here. Diaz checked in. And Simons drops them both. And Minnesota has possession. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Got that bucket in no time at all. 49 points for the Wizard.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And Portland has possession. Here's Kamare. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Anthony Edwards. I've heard some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star Weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you could get the better players to play, I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
We see it every night in the NBA. That's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest names against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates. Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
Sharp checked in for the Trailblazers. Both free throws good from Henderson.
Well, we're seeing a different version of him in this half, taking a more direct approach. He didn't have a single free throw in the first half.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Now Ayton. Henderson outside. Shot clock at 5. Minnesota with the rebound. Here's the kid. Here he goes. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Ouch. Unbelievable jam from a player who's given us more than his share of great ones in his time.
You're right, Greg. Defense was nothing but an afterthought on that drive to the hoop.
Well, if you give up that lane that easily, you got to expect he's going to attack the rim with some force.
Ayton, the pass to Sharp. Ayton a screen on Edwards. Here's Sharp. A rebound by the Timberwolves. The Professor's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming.
Oh, get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down. And it's Henderson with the ball for Portland. And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard. Hey, Coach Van Gundy, what advice would you give to the teams that are rebuilding around their young players?
Well, generally, Kevin, what I would say is get some veteran leadership, some veteran presence on your team also, so that you have guys that can show the young guys what professionalism.
That is a great finish!
Oh, my gosh. And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
Henderson outside. Pass to Ayton. Back to Henderson. And the Professor pulls it down. Minnesota's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish. And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Henderson. Here's the kid. And he drives in. And that one is stuffed right through.
Ouch. Unbelievable jam from a player who's given us more than his share of great ones in his time.
You're right, Greg. Defense was nothing but an afterthought on that drive to the hoop.
Well, if you give up that lane that easily, you got to expect he's going to attack the rim with some force.
Ayton sets the pick for Avdia. Pass to Ayton. And even 3-on-3 break. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And he hammers in the reverse slam. And so here's Portland. Henderson outside. Here's Grant. And the professor pulls it down. And the Timberwolves with possession. Here's the kid. And it's a great finish.
Oh, my.
Ouch. Unbelievable jam from a player who's given us more than his share of great ones in his time.
You're right, Greg. Defense was nothing but an afterthought on that drive to the hoop.
Well, if you give up that lane that easily, you got to expect he's going to attack the rim with some force.
And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
So it's Minnesota now. Here's Mr. Clutch. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And down it goes, jamming that one home. Henderson outside. Grant outside. Pass to Ayton. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there.
Out of the rafters, he punched it in.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Avdia. And another steal for him.
And just like that, he's tied the franchise single-game record for steals.
Oh, what a steal. He's taking them for everything they've got.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Sharp sets the pick for Grant. 6 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Stan on the floor tonight, one of the best two-way players in the game, Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, Kevin, look, he's become a knockdown three-point shooter, but he also does a great job of putting the ball on the floor, attacking the basket, and getting to the free throw line. He puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Down low. Outside, Avdia. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Ayton sets the pick for Sharp. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Well, look, it's not fun guarding Sharp. He's long and bouncy. Sometimes you just have to foul.
Back when you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league.
Grant on the wing. Sharp sets the pick for Grant. Henderson right side. Ayton in the corner. Fade away. And Mr. Clutch pulls it down. Mr. Clutch has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Minnesota.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for the Wizard.
Well, just a fantastic job of distributing the ball. When you're able to see the floor like that and take advantage of what the defense gives you, it's huge.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Grant. Ayton sets the pick for Grant. From 10 feet out, that one wide left. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W. They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Henderson, bounce pass, Ayton, and out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. And tonight, not just a regular season win, it also counts in the NBA Cup standings.
And if you look at the teams that advance in the Cup, you normally have to win this first game, so they're off to a strong start.
And that'll do it, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being...
Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Commaculation. Once I Christian the mic and get on top of the beat, it becomes an instant classic when he 40 speak. My lyrics poke out just like a widow peak. I go like I got petty to fetch. Refuse to lose. Ain't no recess commercials or interludes. Right now I'm off my own. I'm at the crib.
Let's meet.
Well, Grant, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. We've got Anthony Edwards, and it's the kid in at the 4-man spot. And the Timberwolves with possession, and it's now 11 consecutive wins for them. They are clicking right now.
Well, it's been impressive, and the question now really is, who is going to figure out a way to stop this crew? Each time out, they're finding new ways to win. That is dangerous for your opponent. Really, a myriad of ways in which they're coming at you.
Here's the Wizard. What a tremendous game he played against Portland. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 6-point game. Opthia can't get it to go.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Back to Henderson. Pass to Klingon. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
34.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks. And guys, the Blazers were ecstatic on draft night when 2-time national champion Donovan Klingon fell to them at the number 7 overall pick. The 7'2" giant provides instant rebounding and rim protection. For a team in search of a defensive upgrade, he is a proven quantity. I am curious how Klingon fits to a center rotation that does include DeAndre Ayton.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks for the update. And Portland has possession. Following the score by Minnesota. But Brent, when it comes to Scoot Henderson, his mobility alone causes problems.
No doubt about his explosiveness, BA, being one of the things he uses as a weapon. So he gets confidence in that outside shot. People start pressing up on him. You're going to see that quick first step and Scoot Henderson getting to the rim and becoming more impactful offensively.
And Brent, Scoot Henderson spending 2 years with G League Ignite, the 2nd overall pick in 2023.
Yeah, and Scoot not the first Ignite player to go very high up in the NBA draft. You think about Jalen Green with the Rockets, but an extra year in the G League, committed to staying there and developing his game. I think that helped him in terms of his maturity, and still the sky is the limit for this kid.
Just 5 on the clock. 3-pointer sharp. And it's the professor with a rebound. The professor's got 4 rebounds now. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Chauncey Billups. He was emphatic, saying that Edwards was their main concern, telling me Anthony poses problems on both sides of the ball, and he is relentless. He doesn't let up. He wants his guys to match Edwards' energy.
As always, Allie, we thank you. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You take a look at the 76ers. They slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
Well, I think for Minnesota, they've been giving their all in every game, eager to show those who doubted them that they're capable of being the top team.
Now here's Avdia. Boy, he just disappeared against Minnesota. They needed him. Gets rebounded by Minnesota.
I mean, just a tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
A nice shot by Mr. Clutch.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Klingon. And a missed layup. And here's Minnesota now. They've gone on a 16-2 run, not allowing much. The professor with a bucket. The professor's got his 2nd basket on the night.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Henderson, the pass to Avdia. A shot from the high post. Hits the front of the rim and out.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. The professor's got 7 points in the game.
I mean, just hitting all their shots early. What an offensive game plan. It must be the coaching.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And Chauncey Billups calls time out here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Let's see some of the numbers here for him. Here's Henderson. Gets rebounded by Minnesota.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
And down it goes. 2 points.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Here's Henderson following the score by Minnesota. Here's Kamari. No made baskets yet. Avdia left side. Shot clock at 5. Here's Klingon. Oh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
And that's good as he hits both shots. Brent, how good does it feel as a player when your team really starts to hit its stride?
Well, it's just awesome, B.A., when players understand their role and how locked in that you can be. And there's a whole other level to that when you know going into any NBA contest whether or not you're going to win the game is dependent on what you do. And the opponent has no chance of taking that away from you. That's when you're a championship caliber team.
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow!
Amazing!
Man!
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
So it's Portland now, after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Here's Kamari. Sharp finds Henderson. Puts up the 8-footer. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. The Professor's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
But his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Now here's Sharp, still without a bucket. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. Minnesota has gone 3 of 3 from outside and looking sharp here in the first.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Now here's Avdia. He's been contributing over 15 a game. There's a screen. Here's Sharp. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First personal foul.
It's on Anthony Edwards.
And Sharp has no off switch. He's consistent at attacking defenses and drawing whistles.
Simons is checked in for Portland. And you watch Shaedon Sharp, Brent. The talent is undeniable.
Well, the athleticism really is something that jumps off the court for you. And he's not just a scorer or a rebounder. I think if he uses that athleticism, he could become an elite defender in this league.
The kid's gotten everything to fall, shooting 6 for 6 on the night. Edwards against Simons. To the middle. It's stolen. Here's the kid, defended by Avdia. A nice shot by the kid.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
It's a fine line between playing with urgency and being out of control. And they crossed that line.
Well, you can do a couple things with turnovers. They committed too many, and then they didn't force enough. So a tough go in that category.
Shot clock at 2, and it's Simons missing. Minnesota has gone 4 for 4 so far from three-point land. Impressive. Oh, wasted no time on that one. The Wizards got 10 points in the game.
He still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
Henderson scanning the floor. Simons outside. To halt the run. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Avdia finds Henderson. And it's the professor with a rebound. The professor's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Is it getting cold in here?
Nice.
Look at the bench.
Down.
I mean, the bench is going nuts.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? So it's Portland now. Henderson outside. Here's Avdia. Rebound by Mr. Clutch. Mr. Clutch has got 4 rebounds in the game. Oh, got that one up quick. He's got 18.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Avdia. And here's Simons. Back to Avdia. From 10 feet away. And it's the professor with a rebound.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Simons outside. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game. You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
And Simons really settling in to what he is in this league, and that is a microwave scorer that can come in and get buckets.
And the Wizard gets it to go.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
He's such a good free throw shooter. You don't want to foul him unless it's absolutely necessary.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets, they're so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take advantage of it.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. You seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
All right, Brent, we hear the phrase 3 and D. Jeremy Grant is a perfect example of that, though.
Grant's done a good job of trying to find some more confidence in shooting from the arc. He shot over 40% from 3 in one season. Defensively, he's versatile. He's long. I like him to play a little bit more physical, but if that comes along, he's the kind of guy you want to suit up with.
To the paint. Ayton inside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. The professor's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Ryan, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Good on the second one. And Brent, what you like about Toumani Camara? He'll get in there and do the dirty work for you.
Well, what a ride for him to get the recognition to become an NBA draft pick. He did all the little things to put himself in a position to succeed, and then all of a sudden can get on the floor and contribute in so many ways. Versatile defender, knocks down some mid-range shots. These are the kind of guys you love to see build out a career.
This close in, Simons is consistent. The defense really can't allow him to find that look.
.59 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's the Wizard. From the high post, he drills it. The Wizards got 22.
And from the mid-range area, they've been the more effective team.
Simons outside. Pass to Ayton. Grant outside. 6 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Minnesota. The Professor's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Fires from way outside. Portland with a rebound.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
Pass to Simons. Shots blocked. And they'll keep possession. Tries again. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
For 2,
First free throw is good. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Fast break, Minnesota.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Williams from long range. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Minnesota. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And quite a position here for the Timberwolves. What do you think, guys?
Well, it's simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
We've got Jeremy Grant. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Robert Williams. Then there's Anthony Simons, and it's Kamare in at the shooting guard position. That's
out of the way!
Wow!
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Simons outside. Pass to Ayton. Here's Kamare, guarded by Edwards. And an intentional foul right there.
Number 23. 5th personal foul. First team foul.
Williams passes to Ayton. That's tipped. 6 to shoot.
And they just keep making mistakes. I mean, that's bad.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man.
Powered it home.
Not fair at all. Woo. Climbing the ladder for the 360 flush. Ridiculous bounce.
He went so high for that one. Wow. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Second team foul.
Outside, Williams. Simons, right side. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Baseline try. Again, the Timberwolves score.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Outside, Williams. On the wing, Grant. Williams finds Grant. 6 on the shot clock. Simons. And too long on the shot.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
He drops it from range.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments. And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
And here's Portland. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. They host the Hawks after this one, and that game will conclude a 4-game homestand for them. Inside, here's Ayton, and he can't stop the run as that one misses. The Timberwolves have gotten off to a perfect 4-for-4 start in the second. Just 21 wins for Portland last year, Brent. Their lowest total since the 71-72 season.
Yeah, BA, and if history serves me right, that was just their second year in the NBA. I do like the youth movement. This team has to rebuild in the Rose City. They've got some interesting pieces, but this one's going to take some time.
Number 23, fourth team foul.
Here's Kamare. It's Williams, high post. Clock at 6. Pass to Kamare. Here's Grant. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Well, Anthony Simons has credited Damian Lillard for helping him with his development.
Man, B.A., can you imagine every day on the opposite end of Damian Lillard as a young player in this league? Anthony Simons willing to listen and willing to learn. And you see how, man, he had the runway, and he let it rip.
Nice. Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Here's Benton, guarded by Edwards. Here's Simons. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And the Timberwolves with possession. They're on a 19-4 run.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Here's the Wizard. He's covered by Simons. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. The Wizards got 42 in the game.
And he was dominant in their last outing, and the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
From deep three-point range. And out of bounds, the Trailblazers will take it. And this is what the schedule looks like for Portland. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks. Then on Wednesday, they kick off a road trip at Oklahoma City where they'll take on the Thunder.
And you know, for that matchup with the Rockets, they'll want to come out fighting in that one. They'll be big-time underdogs, but anything can happen.
Pass to Klingon. Back to Simons. Misses in close.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that. He is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Nothing falling for them right now. Minnesota's gone 4 of 6 from outside. Looking sharp here.
Yes, sir! Oh! That's what you tune in for right there. Wow.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. Williams misses. Here's the Wizard. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. The Wizards got 46.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play. Right now playing with tons of intensity.
Simons outside. Avdia outside. to Simons. Down low. Here's Klingon. They shoot again! And it's the Professor with a rebound. The Professor's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. The Wizards got 48.
Seemed to be laying in the weeds there in the first quarter, but now we're seeing him come out, put all the cards on the table, and ramp it up.
To end the cold spell. Walker's shot is off.
A little hesitant. Maybe he thought the D was tighter on him than it really was. Looks like he's been working on that one. Finally got a chance to break it out.
Yeah, he knows how to make those jams memorable, doesn't he? And it's the Blazers with the ball. Avdia outside. Pass to Klingon. Back to Avdia. Williams up top. Shot clock at 6. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. And here's Simons outside. That one no good.
And just executing your offense earlier in the clock helps you avoid shots like that. I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Minnesota foul.
He's gone 6 of 6 from the line tonight.
And I love how efficient he's been at the charity stripe.
First one falls.
This is how you stay in the game. They're doing a beautiful job from the line. 100% this quarter.
So for the Blazers, Kamara, he's checked in for Walker, and Shaedon Sharpe subbed in for Williams. The Wizard. Another bucket! Wow!
Putting on a scoring clinic.
Hey, it's become an old habit. He's tied for the 4th most 50-point games in a single season.
Think about this. This is his 9th 50-piece, tying the great Wilt Chamberlain. Kobe's 10 is next up at 3.
And it's Simons missing. Here's the kid. And that one off the back of the rim and in. The kid's got 22.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Simons, right side. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, Simons is not going to back down offensively. He just plays with aggressiveness. He's a guy you have a hard time not fouling.
Second free throw, no good. Here's the Wizard. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Now Portland with it. Outside Sharpe. Pass to Simons. Here's Klingon. Here's Kamari. He got a piece of it, and he gets it back. Second chance effort, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. These are not the teams to challenge at the rim. The best in the NBA in shot blocking. The Timberwolves in second.
They're quick to help each other, and they have some tremendous athletes with a nose for the ball. I like how he's upped his aggressiveness here, finding ways to get to the line in this second quarter.
Well, Anthony Simons is out here to score, but boy, does he find all kinds of ways to torch a defense.
And the Wizard gets it to go.
Now shooting the 3 ball at almost 60%. They've been blazing this second quarter.
Simons outside. And there's the screen. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
In the paint, Simons really has to go up against it. Credit to him for sticking with that play and seeing some daylight in it.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And Minnesota with possession here. When this one's in the books, they'll be off to Sacramento, taking on the Kings. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on.
He was gripping the rock on the weight of the slam.
No way he was going to get stripped on that one.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Off the outside.
2 minutes.
Inside. To the wing on the left. Outside Sharp. Going inside. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Here's the Professor. Drills it from deep. The Professor's got 16 points now.
I remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Here's Kamare to the paint. It's picked off. Lets it go from deep. Good. Another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Sharp passes to Avdia. Here's Kamare. Back to Avdia. 50 seconds left in the first half of this one. Just 5 to shoot. Simons outside. They need this. The kid with a rebound.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. 32 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Klingon. Now Sharp. Clock at 6. From 11 feet away, it's rebounded by Minnesota. The Professor's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place.
How
can you fly? Impressive!
Wow! That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The T-Wolves on top, delivering the blowout. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring at the shot. Let's hear it for the participants.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far. Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, man, it's a hot dog. Cheese, it's right there in the name.
Well, it's got meat, correct?
Right.
It has bread.
Right.
Isn't that what it takes to make a sandwich?
Stuff between bread?
That's not how it works. Every summer they have a hot dog eating contest, not a sandwich eating contest. They're different.
I really feel sandwiched between two great debaters. And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Timberwolves.
It's not just about taking a shot. It's about taking the right shot. They've made a lot of good decisions out there.
Sometimes you just have a great night. Here in the studio, that's, I guess, every night, huh, Shai?
I would agree, my brother.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. So it's Portland now, on the court for Minnesota. We've got Edwards, and it's the Professor in at the center position. Sharp, no good. Here's the kid. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. Taking a look at Minnesota, it's a long season, but right now they're in great position, holding that prize top spot. And of course the Trailblazers, well, record-wise, not even in the same conversation. Sharp up top. Abdia outside. To the middle. Outside for Henderson. 4 on the clock. Fires from deep. The rebound by the Timberwolves. The Kid's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's the Wizard. Another one goes. Incredible.
I mean, just a magnificent showing for him offensively. Buckets coming in rapid succession.
And get this, he's now tied for third most 60-point games in league history. Henderson finds Abdia. It's Sharp on the wing. Back to Abdia. To the inside. Here's Henderson. And it's the Professor with a rebound. The Professor's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Stolen by Sharp. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. And it's blocked by Edwards.
Yeah, good anticipation helps Edwards see the shot forming. Then his speed gets him there for the block.
Count it. Good.
And when you've got your opponent down, you don't want to take your foot off the pedal.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
Now Henderson, a threat for them offensively. He's recorded around 19 a game. The Wizard passes to Mr. Clutch. And he drives in, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Here's Klingon. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And the size of Klingon alone makes him a tough cover.
He's made 3 of 4 free throw attempts in this game. The first free throw is good.
And one look at Donovan Klingon, and you see why scouts were excited about him. 7'2" with a great build. You can only imagine the intimidating presence he could become on the floor.
Here's the Wizard. And again for 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Knocked away. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Pass to Kamari. Back to Sharp. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's the Wizard. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Pulls up for 3. Connects again from distance.
And this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now for most threes in a game.
And the points keep piling up and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from downtown. Pass to Kamari. Outside Sharp. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To stop the run. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Still looking for his first make, and they could really use the help right now. I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Avdia. Outside Sharp. Here's Kamari. Back to Sharp. Over Edwards. Again, the miss by Portland. For Minnesota, they've gotten off to an incredible start in this half. 8 of 8 from the floor. The three is up. And again for 3.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been. It's Sharp on the wing, guarded by Edwards. And here's Sharp. From deep three-point land. Rebound Minnesota. The Kids got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort. Here's the Wizard. Good! Another from 3.
He is completely dialed in from deep.
And by the way, with that make, he's now alone in second place for most threes in a game. At this point, you have to go for that top spot, right? Pass to Klingon. Back to Henderson. Here's Klingon. Avdia from outside. Rebound by Mr. Clutch. And Minnesota with possession here. In the second half, they've only given up 1 basket coming on the free throw. Yep, that one goes. The Kids got 30.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Avdia outside. There's a screen. Inside. Henderson outside. To win the drought. The shot, no good. And here's Minnesota now. Pass to Mr. Clutch. There's the 3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Now here's Avdia. Henderson, the pass to Avdia. Back to Henderson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, a ripped physical guard. Henderson's competitive nature and drive to keep improving is really impressive.
And some changes here for Portland. Robert Williams comes in for Avdia, and Simon has subbed in for Kamara. Henderson hits them both.
Well, Scoot's got great upside, but the next step for him, the evident one here, is just shooting higher percentages and scoring with more consistency.
It's stolen by Henderson, and we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose, and in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul.
Anthony Simons.
And Brent, you look at the greater parity around the league. One factor, rebuilding teams can't hoard cap space like they once did.
Yeah, BA, so much tougher for teams to absorb these huge contracts in exchange for picks. So now you've got to use that cap space from day one, jump on the guys that you think are going to propel your team, and hope for the best.
Here's Simons. And it's the professor with a rebound.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And another one!
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game, this man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time great individual performances in league history. Here's the Wizard. Oh, connects again.
And he is simply unconscious. Nobody can stop him right now.
Boy, the points keep coming, and he's climbing that scoring ladder. Third on the list, well in sight. Pass to Klingen. Back to Simons. Grant with it. Oh, they get a hand on it. Here's the Wizard. Non-stop scoring machine right here. They get it again. Out left to the wing. Here's Mr. Clutch. Sinks it from distance. Great game for him. Double-double now. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one falls for Simons. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Aiden's checked in. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Here's the Professor. 16 points for him. And the Wizard gets it to go.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Sharp against Edwards. Pass to Grant. Now Simons. The Kid with a rebound. The Kid's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Here's the Wizard. Good! That's another bucket!
Well, folks, he's now bested his own single-game record for points in a game with this simply incredible offensive explosion we've watched unfold. Congrats to him for now holding down 2 of the top 3 spots all time.
And we get paid to sit here and watch this excellence? What a special experience indeed. The emotion, the effort, the intensity throughout this game has been remarkable to witness. And everyone in this building recognizes the brilliant piece of basketball history that we've been lucky enough to watch. The first one falls.
The potential of Shaedon Sharpe is so very evident. I mean, this guy, given some more development and time to flourish, he will be an offensive force in this league for a long time.
Over to the wing. Here's Mr. Clutch. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Mr. Clutch has got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
2 minutes.
Pass to Williams. The rebound by the Timberwolves. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Here's Mr. Clutch. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Sharp with it. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's covered by Grant. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Mr. Clutch has got 15 points in just the second half. Portland has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Here's Sharp to end the run. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Third personal.
Really taking it to the defense. Sharp was smart not to hold back that time.
He's had 4 chances at the line. He's made them all. And he knocks down the first one.
Now Sharp has such a bright future in this league, especially as a scorer.
Both free throws good from Sharp. Here's the Wizard. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. Edwards for three. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
On the wing, Simons. 17 points in the game. Pass to Grant. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team.
That one falls for Grant.
You talk to most of the coaching staffs around the league. What is the first thing they think about with Jeremy Grant? And it's that athleticism that comes to mind.
Thibault, he's checked in for Portland. And so Grant nails them both.
And it's great to see Grant take on a bigger role over time. Now a real focal point of this offense.
Here's the Wizard. And again for three.
Oh, my. He is scorching hot. Another three.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. Outside Thibault. Pass to Aiden. Back to Thibault. Simons up top. Grant outside. 4 on the clock. Again, the miss by Portland. Here's the Wizard. He's covered by Simons. Elbow shot on the way. Yet another bucket. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
B.A., it feels like he can't miss.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves showing no mercy and just piling it on, looking dominant and focused right now. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. Back to the game after this break. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And here's Minnesota now. We've got Anthony Simons, Robert Williams out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Jabari Walker, and it's Grant in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And so Grant will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Brent, you've spent some time in front offices. How much more do teams rely on analytics now versus even a decade ago?
Oh, a massive amount, BA, but there are a lot of teams that aren't there. I think it's a constant battle about how far you're going to push, leaning into the numbers with all these net ratings and the ways that you can start to digest what it is that guys are producing on the floor. Teams are getting smarter and smarter.
That one's off. And the second free throw is good. And Minnesota with possession here. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Pass to Aiden. Back to Grant. Simons outside. And the Wizard pulls it down. A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute. And again!
I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. A new single-game scoring record.
History being made as we speak. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that is unbelievable indeed. I never thought we'd see this. It stood since 1962. But now, Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game has been surpassed. Oh, wow. Can't believe it.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And stolen by Edwards. Here we go. Here's Mr. Clutch. And Minnesota again with a bucket.
His first half performance, somewhat forgettable, but now he's pouring it on.
Simons passes to Grant. Simons a screen on Edwards. Here's Grant. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Hard to guard when he's that close. Grant really good at drawing the defense in to foul him.
2 shots.
That one falls for Grant. Well, Brent, you've won championships, but you've also been on some bad teams. What's that experience like?
Well, B.A., very kind of you to remind me of that, although the therapy has paid off, so I'm doing just fine. When you are experiencing seasons that aren't going as successful as the team would like it to go, there's a point of pride in the game and the way that you approach it. You can't separate yourself from your teammates. You got to dig in and show that you have the mettle to go out there and still compete.
The Timberwolves have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. And here's Edwards outside. Drops in the 3.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And it's Simons missing. The Timberwolves have gotten off to a perfect 5 for 5 so far in the fourth. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Mr. Clutch has got 24.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Simons a screen on Edwards. Grant right side. The shot no good. Minnesota has gone 3 for 3 from downtown in this fourth quarter. Connects again from distance.
There it is.